Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the newly released Opera Mini for the iPhone. It was released yesterday in April 12th, and as of yet, it's running extremely well. As promised, Opera Mini has promised to run extremely fast compared to Safari by introducing its compression technology that would basically compress all your websites by up to 90% so as to decrease the bandwidth costs and enable the speeding up of opening websites on Opera Mini. And it's very good, I have to say. A couple of features that I found were really great with it are the standard features that they're advertising, which are basically the tab browsing, very smooth. All you do is you just go and you click on the tabs and you have a quick view of the tabs right there, like under. It doesn't open up like in Safari the entire page. It shows you a quick view of it. No, it shows you just a small little thumbnail of it, which you can quickly choose another tab and so forth, and click X on it to close it up easily and quickly on the fly. Also, they introduced the famous speed dial, which they have on the desktop version of Opera, which is excessively interesting because it allows you to have a sort of kind of bookmarks on the iPhone, but that are easier to access to. And you can basically have 9 separate speed dials. According, of course, 1 to 9 that's why speed dial. Which would load a bit faster than typing in the URL. Also, they have the standard Google search bar on the top right, as they have in Safari. The pages do load it very fast. A standard Facebook web page on Safari would take me on my 3G network with AT&T a good 25 seconds to load, whereas with Opera Mini it'll take me only 5-7 seconds. So that's a very great improvement. Also, what's also extremely good is that when you go into a website and you go in, continue on into links further down the page, the back button, if you click the back button, it won't load. It already caches the entire web page. So when you press back, you are immediately back to the previous page without it having to load. So that's a great feature. Another great thing is they revamped the long click menus that Safari has. For example, if you long click something, you're able to open a copy and paste or open a new tab or something like that. Opera revamped it to make it a little bit more user friendly. So that's a small little detail that's pretty interesting. A feature that a lot of people have been asking for on the iPhone actually are remembering passwords. And though Safari can do this for certain pages, it doesn't work very efficiently at all. And Opera fixes that by having its own remember passwords feature, which works very well. The moment you type in a username and password, it asks you if you want to save it or not. Boom, save. Every time you go, just click login, you're in. It's already there. With the new release of Opera 10.5 on the desktop, they brought about Opera Link into full operation, which allows you to basically sync all of your operas across your desktops and mobile devices, so you can sync all your bookmarks, save pages, history, so that you can browse all your favorite things easily and be up to date across all platforms. So they brought that to the iPhone, and it's very helpful if you use Opera on the desktop. Also, they brought up the browsing on a full web page, on a full screen itself. So basically what they do is they hide the top URL bar and the Google search, and they hide almost everything in the bottom except for a small arrow, and they bring up the menu bar so that you can browse a web page with a better view, and that's very good. Overall, I give Opera a very good rating. My gripes with it, however, um, include that it has a tap to zoom. It's just you click it, you tap it once, and basically it'll zoom in, and you tap it once again, and it'll zoom out. Um, Different from Safari, where you would pinch to zoom into a web page. If you tap to zoom, it'll go into whatever zoom it brings you to, and you have no real option of how close or how far you get away. It'll just take you either really far away or pretty close as what to what they do. So, I mean, for the most part, when you zoom in, it works pretty well, but sometimes it's a bit annoying. Um, Another feature I forgot to mention, they brought in a find to page, which is really interesting. A lot of people have this already built into all the browsers on the desktops, but on the mobile area, finding page hasn't been much seen much. They brought finding page, which basically, if you have an entire article, you can type in finding page and you can find it in a single word on a single page in multiple locations. So that's very helpful if you're looking for a specific article, for example, in the New York Times or something. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. The history also works very well. Overall, the application is also very snappy. It's very quick. The navigation within the application itself and on the web, it's all very snappy and very quick. And that is something definitely that Opera excels on and has my props for it. Well, that's about it. Stay tuned for the next review.